welcome to another interesting segment of Home Truth Nigeria. Today, I was compelled to talk on this topic called "Is Your Nigerian Guy Proposing So Fast?" I wasn't supposed to trade anything today, but I've been on a case for the past 3 weeks with a wonderful lady who gave me permission to talk in the UK who met a Nigerian man in September of this year, and around November the man had already, proposed to her, and she didn't understand a lot of things. So we've been going back and forth, trying to talk about this. So today I felt like, okay, why don't I talk on this? Perhaps there are a lot of you on this channel who are, in such situations, and because of the rarity in terms of, proposing so quick, a lot of you are a little bit confused in as much as it's fun to know that somebody wants you and just can't wait to have you. The question is, in terms of proposing, what you guys need to understand is there are different ways Nigerian men approach it. You have these men who propose to you, and before they propose to you, rather they take their time. They want to observe you, they study you, they want to make sure that everything is in sync, and then they can pop the big question. And then you have this our Nigerian guys who just see you, and then immediately within days and weeks, months, they are telling you they want to get married to you, and you're like, you're so fast, and this has gotten a lot of you scared. And I'll advise you, don't be scared. What you all need to understand is that in the Nigerian culture and some African culture, a man can meet you today and tell you he wishes to marry you that same day. Like he tells you after few hours. I've been with friends in a car in the village who met a lady, and he just came down from the car. When he talked to the girl, he told the lady, "Look, I would like to get married to you. What family are you coming from?" In this context, it was left for the girl, to tell him, "Okay, if you want to get married to me, you need to go see my parents. You need to go see my family, and then do the right thing." She has no problem with whatever thing the guy has said. So the next thing is that this man takes his kinsmen, to the family of the family of the girl he met, to inquire and to make their intentions known to the family. Now, if the family they are okay with it and the girl is okay, the next thing is this man, his family, they have to come back to collect the lists, and once they collect the lists, then the marital process has started. Now, the thing is that a lot of these Nigerian men, when they meet you as a foreigner, a lot of them don't change this concept. They still use it because you're a human being, you're a lady. So, I mean, this is who they are. So they don't change it. It's still the same way. So the big question is, why do they do this? Why do Nigerian men propose? Not all, please. Why do some Nigerian men tell you immediately they want to get married to you? Now, if the first thing is straight to the point. Now, if you look at the picture on the screen, this couple actually met and got married within 7 days. Like they met online, and within 7 days they got married. Now, this is a point where a lot of you need to understand that there are certain Nigerian men who don't believe in this long dating. They don't believe in this long dating. They're very traditional, like our ancestors. As it used to be back then. For them, long dating is like a waste of time. They believe if you both share, same philosophy, and your expectations are matched to an extent, then there's no need to waste time. There's like, let's just get married and sort ourselves out than to waste time trying to date and all of that. So this is the first point. Another thing is that it saves them time. These guys believe time is precious, and they don't want to date for long before marriage, because the truth is, when you date for long, a lot of them feel like there is no guarantee that if I date you for 5 years we're going to end up together. I mean, who knows if you're going to break my heart after 4 years, after 5 years of dating? I mean, there are a lot of you who've dated guys 4, 5, 10 years, and at the end of the day, this guy, it still didn't work out. So these guys are like, I don't want to waste time dating you for that long, and at the end of the day, maybe it doesn't work out, and then I have to go start again with another lady. So let's get married. We'll sort ourselves out. If both of us share the same philosophy, have the same, our expectations are matched, definitely we can sort ourselves out. So these guys look into this, and then they use this as one of the factor, why they make this fast and quick proposal. Another thing is that they try to steal you before another man does. So here's the thing. Another reason these guys make their intention to you known quickly is they tell you straight, look, I want to get married to you. And you go home, you start thinking. I mean, if another guy is coming there talking to you and wants to, first of all, get to know you and then date you and then go in a relationship before you can think of marriage, you're already thinking, but wait a minute, there's a guy out there who already told me he wants to go, he want to jump past these three steps and get married to me immediately. So they try to take you quickly before the competition, gets stiffer. Now, one thing you guys need to understand is that in Nigeria, so long as a lady is not married, there are men who would keep coming to ask her hand for marriage. This is what we call suitors. So you as a man, you could be dating a lady in Nigeria. It doesn't stop suitors from coming to ask her hand in marriage. And sometimes a lot of these guys who date women long, they end up losing this lady they've dated for long to a man who just, came to the girl's family, spoke to the girl, made himself known, and then gets married to the girl. So we don't have this kind of situation whereby if you are in the Western world, like, oh, I'm seeing someone, I don't talk to any men, to men. In Africa, you have suitors. A man can walk up to you and make his intention known, and even go even behind you to meet your family. So these men, they quickly, like, I don't want competition. Just I will tell you what I want. Are you gonna go with it? Yes or no? So this happens a lot of times. These are certain reasons why these men propose very fast. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, what if it doesn't work, given how quickly, things have moved and how, I mean, they don't know themselves, they didn't date, and of course, it didn't work. Now, first thing you need to keep in mind is that in Nigeria, we have a very low divorce rate. And here's the thing, in Africa and in Nigeria, a lot of women come from highly recommended home. So you could meet a lady, for instance, a lady who is going to get married to a Nigerian man, she comes highly recommended. The family of the man, for instance, could observe a lady who is young, within reproductive age, respectful, resourceful, and they may call their son or their nephew, whoever, cousin, and say, look, there is this lady from this family, we met her from this family. This family is a very respected and reputable family. We want to go and talk to her and ask her if she's seen someone. Now, the next thing, the parents or the uncle, whatever, they go to speak to this girl and they ask her, look, we have a son who lives here and there, lives in the US, lives in Europe, lives in whatever part of Nigeria. And he's single. Are you seeing anybody? If the lady says no, she's not seen anybody, and then they would ask for permission if it's okay to take her contact to give to the guy. The family would, if she agrees, they take her contact, they give to the guy, they start talking. They start talking. And then the moment they start talking, the guy will make his intention known to the girl, even without seeing the girl in most cases. And the girl will like, okay, if this is what you want to do. So the truth of the matter is that there is this connection whereby they look at the family of the girl. If she's coming from a very strong, reputable family, they believe that she is well brought up. So, in that context, she should be able to have a good home if she marries the guy, without actually having this quick divorce. That doesn't mean that you don't have couples who do this and they end up. Of course, there is a good and a bad side to it. But I'm just pointing out to make us understand this, because the truth of the matter is that the family a lady comes from and the family a man comes from also plays a role in this context. So even when a Nigerian man walks up to a lady and tell the lady straight ahead that he wants to get married to the lady, they would go in to make investigation. They want to know what family she's coming from. Is she coming from a good and a respectful, reputable family? And if they see that she's coming from a very good family, it is a plus to her. And the truth is, every Nigerian wants to be married into a good family, because marriage for us is not just the both of you. Marriage is you and everybody in the family, and that's why a lot of you, if you've dated Nigerians, you see everybody refer to you as our wife. It doesn't just stop with you and the man you're with. it extends also to the family. So these are some of the reasons why it seems like, okay, it tends to work because they've done their background check on the girl and the family she's coming from. Now, there are two things you need to watch out for, especially when a Nigerian man is proposing to you so quickly, asking you to get married to him. You need to watch out for these two things. Don't neglect these two things, or you would regret it. The first one is age and maturity. Now, when a Nigerian man is pushing you for marriage quickly, you need to look at his age. How old is this individual? I once handled a case of a 23-year-old guy who was pushing to marry a 20 something year old Canadian lady. And I was like, this dude is not ready. So you need to look the age and look and make sure that this guy is mature enough. Now, why do I say so? The truth is that a lot of these men who are times are very fast in proposing to you, a lot of them are mature in age. For instance, it could be in their late 30s, 40s, early 40s. And one thing we know how to do in Africa is we know how to ask you question. How are you in your 40s and you're not married? Are you okay? Are you normal? Everything will question you. Even the ground you walk on would question you. Even your shadow will turn at you and ask you, guy, get married and free me. I'm tired of being your shadow. Get married. I need you to get a companion. So I myself, as the shadow, I'm lonely. I need another companion. So when you walk with another person. We are two shadows. Your shadows would also attack you. So because of this, a lot of Nigerian men at this age, they don't want to date for long. So when they come to you, they meet you, they tell you straight, look, I want to get married to you. They make it known to you. Now it is left for you as this individual, to look at this person. You look at the age, look at how mature this person is, and then you could understand why he's coming or where he's coming from. You understand that, okay, given his age, this person may not want to date long. And that is why, if you, I've said it to a lot of you who speak to me personally, if you're dating a Nigerian man who is in his late 30s and early 40s and there, and is having a very long relationship with you, very long relationship, you guys have been dating for years, is not making any move, I will sit back and reassess things. Like, I will sit back because it's very untypical for us Nigerians. I'm not saying there are not Nigerian men who are single at that age. There are, but it's very, very untypical for us. So you need to sit back and reassess things. So you need to first make sure that this guy, actually, you could look at his age and also how mature he is to draw a correlation why he's asking you to get married to him quickly, so that you don't mix things up and then get scared. And another thing you need to look, the second thing is you need to make sure that this person asking you is financially stable. Now, when I talk about financial stability, I'm not talking about somebody who is rich. I'm talking about a man who has his things together. He's got a source of income, an apartment, and he can actually take care of himself and actually sponsor his wedding to an extent, at least 70% of his wedding. The reason is, a lot of you are pressured into getting married, but the guy who is pushing you to marry him, the guy who is proposing to you and telling you he wants to get married to you, can't afford to buy his shoe for the wedding. He can't afford it. So if you find yourself in a situation, whereby a guy you're speaking to is pushing you, it's proposed to you already, it's pushing you, like, come, let's get married, don't freak out. That's the first thing. It can happen. It happens. But you need to be very careful. You need to look at this guy who is pushing me, proposing so fast for us to get married. uh can he actually sponsor a wedding? If this dude can't sponsor a wedding, then you need to be very careful. It could be a scam. It could be this guy is basically, trying to draw you down to Nigeria so you get married to him, and then he could use you for visa scam. But most guys who make this quick proposal, this fast proposal, a lot of them are able, at least 70%, to sponsor their own wedding. So if they propose to you, like, let's don't waste time, get married, it means they have the financial resources, to sponsor their wedding. Now, you as an individual, you have also the ability to say no. If a Nigerian man proposes so fast to you and it's alien to you, it's totally different, it's an anathema, it's a novelty to you, you could always say, no, I want to take my time. I want to reassess situation. I'm not ready yet. I don't even know you and stuff. You have that ability to say no. You don't need to be bullied or coerced into saying yes. You're not under duress. So you can always like, okay, hold up, time up, let me think about it. So in this context, I would like to say, guys, a very big thank you for this quick video. I decided to share this video because of the 3 weeks of back and forth with this lady and the supposed admirer. So, guys, if you have questions, you can always write me on hometruth86 at gmail.com. For those of you who would like to comment, do comment respectfully. Home Truth Nigeria, peace out.